my channel. So in today's video I am teaching you how to get the 3 most popular makeup trends and techniques at the moment. That is cream contouring, cream highlighting and baking. So without further ado, let's jump straight into this week's tutorial. So the very first thing I like to do is moisturize. This is the Clinique, world famous, this one. God, I put way too much on. Just gonna wipe that off onto a hand towel and buff that moisturizer right into the skin, because one of the keys to having your cream contouring blend out really beautifully is if your base is nice and hydrated and creamy. Just helps everything blend really well. I'm going to use the Hourglass Mineral Veil Primer because I find that this one is a bit of a 2-in-1 when it comes to obviously priming the skin but also filling in open pores. So it helps me with my large pores and I get to skip my professional when I prime with this. So we are doing all creams and then all powders. For foundation today, I'm taking the Urban Decay All Nighter. This is in the shade 7.0. It's quite dark. My fake tan is very dark at the moment, so it matches perfectly. Okay, so once you've got the majority of the product on your face, I'm now going into my Beauty Blender by Napoleon and I'm pouncing the product into the skin. I find that using the Beauty Blender to really pounce everything in helps the foundation fuse into the primers and makes your skin look a little less cakey and makes your makeup look really smooth and fresh. So the next step is to take a really dark cream product. So you can use an ultra dark colored foundation or you can use something that's a cream contouring like this. They are a similar kind of color. I'm going to show you both. So this is the Makeup Forever HD foundation. I do not know why I bought this so dark. I think this might have been for my dance comp makeup. Let's just roll with that because it makes me feel better about myself. I'm going to pop a pump of this on the back of my hand. You can see it's really nice and dark. And now I like to take a really, really small concealer brush and picking up a little bit of product on this. So what you want to do is you want to take the brush from the top of your ear down towards your mouth. So we're drawing an invisible line there. You want to stop about the corner of your eye and then you want to slightly flick the product upwards. What this is going to do when we blend it out is it's going to give a lifted effect with our cheekbone. You want the bottom half of your contour to stay crisp, so we're not going to flick it down because that will give us a droopy kind of effect. Now what you want to do is blend that out before it has too much time to dry. My favorite brush for this is the Napoleon 15B angled contour brush, and I do like to spritz this with either a setting spray or a Fix Plus. Tap some off onto your wrist so it's not too wet and just start pressing it back towards the hairline. And just tap it out. That is a very quick and easy way to give yourself a cream contour. And now take a little bit more product and we're going to continue that around the hairline. And then we need to take it under the face as well. So where your jawline is, just follow it all the way to your chin. Underneath. If you feel like you've got quite a large jaw, you can slightly draw the contour along the edge. What that's going to do is give the illusion that your jaw is smaller. And blending that out, there we go, we have a soft cream contour on this side of the face as opposed to this side. Now I'm going to show you on this side of my face with the NYX Cream Contour Palette, the shade Medium. So I'm just scraping some of this color out from the palette, popping it onto the back of the hand. Now because this product is thicker, you want to really work it and warm it up on the back of your hand so it becomes more of a liquid rather than a thick paste. Drawing the invisible line here. Tap onto the wrist and blend it quite rough when I blend. And then tap it over the ear as well, just so you're not left with a white ear. You can already see that because that cream contour is darker than this side, it stands out more. So it depends on how intense you want your cream contour, will depend on how dark of a shade you select. I find the darker your skin color is, the darker you can go with your cream contour. If you do feel like this area here is accentuated sometimes when you pull a funny face or when you smile, you can contour and do the Hollywood tuck. So if you pull a funny face, it's not emphasized by being lighter, and just working that in. So now it's time to contour the nose, and you really do need to take it, see this crease here on the inside section of the eye? You need to take it from there. That is where the natural crease sits in your face. And straight down the edge. To blend this out, you need a really small brush. And blending it into the brow and straight up through the center. So I'm using the eeek Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eyes to say bye bye to my under eyes. I haven't done my under eye makeup yet, so I can take this right up to the lash line. So this one we don't need to do the big V with, because this is purely to conceal our under eyes. Blending that in. A must is to use your Fix Plus for this to really keep your under eyes hydrated. And my favorite brush for this in the whole wide world is the Morphe E8. It's the best. And my favorite product for this, because it's the most perfect color, is the MAC Prep and Prime in Light Boost. So this is being taken all along here. And now it's going to come straight through the center of the nose. We are going to slightly highlight under our contoured cheeks. And I'm going to blend that out with this brush as well. Now this can come in right beside the nose as you're blending it. And you do have open pores here, so just be cautious to press it in to pack those pores. And as you come up to the side here, you want it to not take away your contour along the edge of your hairline, so you can just use your fingers to tap that out. And to blend out my highlight down the center of my nose, I'm just going to use my finger. And then my contour brush to blend the sides. I'm going to set my cream contour with the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in Dark Deep. And now to set all of the highlighting, I'm using my Laura Mercier Universal Translucent Powder with my damp beauty blender. And we're getting our bakage on. I leave that on for a few seconds. By the time I finish my face, I flick it off. I'm just going to quickly go ahead and finish my under eyes. So I like to use a cream highlight and then go over the top with a powder highlight. So you want to go on the highest part of your cheekbone. So if you get your finger and touch where the boniest part of your cheek is, I don't have a lot of space for highlight. It's just the way that my face is. So I like to just use my finger, because I can be really, really precise about exactly where I'm putting it. I don't like to get it on my actual apple of my cheek, because I have open pores and highlight is going to make it stand out. My middle finger, and just soften the edges. And for powder highlight, of course, it is Champagne Pop. And then I like to use my finger to apply it down the bridge of my nose. And lastly, we're going into blush. I'm using the Savvy Mineral Baked Bronzer in Radiance. Yes, I use this for blush. And I just pick up the biggest part of my cheek when I smile. And I blend it over the top of where my bronzer meets my highlight. And lastly, I'm setting everything with the Urban Decay All Nighter. And that of course brings me to the end of this week's video. I hope you guys loved it and learned something new. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and I look forward to seeing you next Friday night. Mwah! I'll see you then.